Good evening, ladies. Good evening. Thank you all so much for joining us today. Thank you so much for joining us today. I can see we had a few people here. The session was supposed to start at 6 p.m. So thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Beryl Okwach. I'll be your trainer for this session, right? I have my colleagues in the chat section. I have Nora, and Sandra. Thank you so much for joining us, Nora and Sandra. They're my moderators for the session. They'll be moderating the session, picking up your questions or any other inquiries that you might be having, right? And I'm joining you from Kenya. I did mention my name is Beryl. I'm a trainer with Impact Her, all right? And today's topic, what we're going to talk about today is using marketing tools and social media to grow your business. So if you're joining us right now, you can just drop, you can greet us in the chat section, tell us your name, tell us where you're joining us from. If you have a business, what is the name of your business? What is your business dealing with? Let us get acquainted with each other. So we have Petula. Petula was here, the first one. Hi, Petula. And then we have the sorry, I can't pronounce that name. The Funim Potter. Hi. And Melissa GT Outfits is also here. Reshefil is also here. I hope I'm pronouncing the names correctly. All right. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'll just give us a few minutes. All right. I'll give us a few minutes for some introduction, like 1 or 2 minutes to have some introduction. So if you're joining us or if you're already here, let us know your name, where you're joining us from. I did mention if you have a business, what are you dealing with? What is the name of your business, right? We are all here to learn from each other. I'm here to learn from you as much as you're here to learn from me. So it's going to be very, very interactive. All right. I'll encourage all of you, if you have any question or if you want me to repeat anything, if I've talked about something and it's unclear, please make sure you drop that in the chat section. Make sure by the time you're leaving this session, everything that has been covered, you've understood. All right. So Adenike, hi Adenike. Adenike, good evening, facilitator. Good evening to you too. So you're joining from FCT Abuja. Pavoni Beddings, hi. CY Best, Nicolina. Melissa has decided to retract her message. And then Omolewa, Chike, Olamide, and Susan. Thank you all so much for joining us today. We're going to have a really, really wonderful session. On the screen, you can see the topic that we're going to cover today, using marketing tools and social media to grow your business. Hi, Sarah joining from Ghana. Shopfare Ventures is my business name. So what are you dealing with, Sarah? What does Shopfare deal with, right? Pavoni Beddings. My name is Favor. I'm joining from Abia State, Nigeria. My business is Favoni Beddings. We deal with kinds of bed sheets, duvet, and blankets. All right. So if you're in Abia and you're in need of bed sheets, duvet, and blankets, Favoni Beddings is your plug. All right. So it's very important to network. That's why we encourage all of us to drop our businesses and what we are doing so that we can get to know each other. You never know your client is in this group. All right. So just moving on, we have 3 agendas that you're going to cover today under the topic that I just mentioned previously. The first one is you're going to learn how to set up and optimize your Google business profile. All right. So we're first going to understand what is a Google business profile. All right. If you've heard of Google My Business, it's more or less the same thing, just a difference in the name. It was changed a little bit, but it's the same thing. So if you've interacted with Google My Business, it's one and the same thing, the Google business profile. All right. So we're going to learn how to get set up and optimize the profile. And then you're going to learn how you can plan your digital marketing strategy. All right. And the last agenda for the day is learning how to leverage on social media channels and email marketing to either grow your business, scale your business, make more sales. All right. So those are the 3 agendas for the day. And I hope when we end this session, or by the time we end this session, you should have an understanding of all 3. All right. So just to mention, we have a bootcamp that's ongoing. You can sign up for the Google Hustle Academy. It's a bootcamp. It's a 1-week long bootcamp run by Google, and it helps business owners to get information or learn ways that can help them to scale their businesses. If it is in regards to pitching, if you want to learn how to pitch your business, if you're looking at getting funding, what kinds of funding are available, if you want to learn about digital marketing, all this, it's an intensive training, all right? So you might want to sign up for it. I'll encourage you to sign up for it. My moderators, either Sandra or Amarachi, who is Nora, will drop the links in the chat section, the link to Hustle Academy in the chat section. Make sure you click on it and sign up for the academy. If you're not able to sign up right now, you can copy the link, paste it on your browser, and then you can visit it after this session and sign up. All right. So marketing tools, which marketing tools do you currently use? I can see we were all introducing ourselves in the chat section. We were giving examples. I mean, we were giving names of our businesses, what our businesses what our businesses are dealing with. So what marketing tools are you currently using? Is it social media? Is it WhatsApp? You can just let me know which marketing tools do you currently use? Which marketing tools do you currently use? Send me hi, hello. You've just joined us. Adventure Diaries, Beatrice from Kenya, owner of House of Manly, a startup, circular fashion company dealing with men fashion only. All right, welcome, Beatrice. So maybe you can just tell us what kind of marketing tools are you currently using, all right, to either interact with the clients, to either make your business become aware, to either make more sales. Which marketing tools are you currently using? See why best, you've said you. I don't understand. Maybe you can expound on that. Ifunanya Constance says WhatsApp. Petula uses Facebook, Messenger, WhatsApp, one-on-one calls, and Instagram. Adenike uses Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. All right. Dareti Kitchen uses Facebook, and Chika uses WhatsApp. Reshefil uses Facebook. So most of us are using Facebook. I can see we are using Facebook and really utilizing WhatsApp also. We also have people who are using Messenger. All right, that is really good. And then Instagram as well. So we do understand 1 or 2 features or most features that are offered by the platforms. So that is really, really nice. Adventure Diaries uses Facebook, LinkedIn, WhatsApp, Google Plus. Those are really diverse, and I'm glad that you're trying to utilize all these platforms. And if it's either organic or sponsored, you can also let us know. These are really, really, really impressive responses. Benita uses Facebook and Instagram. Ifunanya sponsored Facebook adverts. So you run paid ads on your social. That's really good. Thank you so much. CY Best, it's good to meet you as well. All right. So setting up and optimizing your Google business profile. This is the first agenda that you're going to cover today. Remember, I talked about 3 agendas. The first one is learning how to set up and optimizing your Google business profile. So what do you understand by the Google business profile? If someone comes to you and, I'm throwing out the word Google business profile, what do you understand by it? Have you interacted with the Google business profile before? What do you think the Google business profile is? What do you understand by it? So I will be checking your responses as well. Wamboi Gakunyi tuned in from Kenya. I sell and buy cereals. Hi, Wambui. You're welcome. Thank you so much. Where are you selling your cereals from? I am in Kenya. You never know. I could be your client. Okay. So what do you know? What do you understand by the term Google Business Profile? What is a Google Business Profile? Maybe just to give you an idea, Google Business Profile is the same as Google My Business. So if you have an understanding of Google My Business, you can let us know what is your understanding of that. And if you've used the tool before, I mean, um, feel free to also let us know your experience with it. What is a Google Business Profile? What is a Google My Business? Any responses? I'm looking at the chat section. I still can't see anyone responding to the question on the screen. What is the Google Business Profile? I mean, if you don't know what it is, you can also drop in the chat section, know that you don't know what it is. So you can, if it's you can give me, if you don't understand what it is, you can also let me know you can also let me know that you don't know what it is. All right. What do you know or what do you understand by Google Business Profile? Mamus Mari says, hi, thanks for taking this training again. Thank you so much. The Ready Kitchen, it's a business profile where you talk about your business. Okay. Susan says, no idea. And Nora is reiterating on the question again in the chat section. So Susan, have no worries. If you don't know what a Google Business Profile is, please feel free to just mention in the chat section. Like I said, we are here to learn. There's no right or wrong answer. All right. It's an open and free session. So feel free to drop your comments. Mwende Maritime says GBP showcases your business upon a search, location via maps, business hours, and other details about the business. Benita has no idea, but you'll be glad to know. And I'm here to help you understand that. So thank you so much. Send me, it gives you visibility for business because it allows you to register your business, correct? Melissa doesn't know what it is. Mamu says the Google business profile is what you describe your business on Google. Wamboi, it is a business profile where you put your business online on Google. These are really, really impressive responses. I would like to commend all of you for your responses. And Adenike says she gave her opinion earlier. That's fine. It's okay. I must have missed it. And Kechi, it is a platform on Google where you register your business for prospective customers to see you. All right. All these are really right answers. All right. All the answers in the chat section are correct. So whatever answer that I'm going to give you or whatever description I'm going to give you of the Google My Business is more or less just a summary of what you've indicated in the chat section. All right. Best says it is a profile you use in advertising your products. Chika, it's where you state what your business offers, hours of business, and every other thing that concerns your business. I think Olamide is giving me an answer to my previous question. So we can go ahead and look at the description of Google My Business. I did mention whatever description I'm giving right now is more like a summary of the responses, which were very correct that you had in the chat section. All right. So Google Business Profile is a free tool that lets you manage how your business appears on Google search and maps. All right. So it is a free tool that helps your business appear on Google search and maps. And you can see at the background, there's an image of the profile of Molly Butchers. So maybe the visual can give you an idea of what a business profile is, of what a GMB is. That is if you have no understanding of it. All right. So what do you benefit as a person by, having the GMB? So engaging with customers on Google for free, what do you benefit? All right. What do you stand to benefit as a business? The first thing, you get to attract customers with a great business profile. All right. Depending on how you've optimized it, depending on the kind of information that you've shared on a profile, you stand the chance of attracting more customers. All right. And you also give customers more ways to reach you. If I go online and you have a GMB profile and I look at the profile, I can see where you're located. I can see your phone number. I can see, I mean, if you want me to message you, you've indicated the same on the business profile. So you're giving your customers an opportunity to reach you. If they want to come to your store in person, the maps, you are on maps, all right? You have the location there. You have the street address there. You have your opening hours there. I know when and how to reach you. All right. The other thing, you see how your customers connect with your business. You have the insights with on the Google My Business profile that lets you understand how the profile is performing, the number of clicks that you're getting, what are people clicking on, what kind of content are they interacting with more regarding what you've posted on the business profile. All right. So you get to see how your customers connect and behave when they interact with your business. Okay. So creating a Google business profile, what are the processes, what are the steps that you have to take when you're creating a Google My Business profile? The first thing, you need to have a business name. Your business needs to have a name. All right. So if it is it one boy who was dealing with, is it one boy who was dealing with cereals? Like I saw in the chat section. So it could be one boy cereals. That is the name of your business. What is the name of your business? All right. So you need to add the name of your business when you're creating the profile. All right. And then you need to choose a category that fits your business best. If you're in the hotel industry, if you're in the manufacturing industry, if you're in the what else? If you're in the tours and travel industry, you need to choose a category where your business best fits. Sometimes you might find that you can't find the category that your business is in. So you can choose one that is closest to what your business is in. All right. Then you need to add your location. It's very important to input your location. It's very important, especially if you have a physical store. It helps with clients who would like to make in-person visits. It also helps in, most people tend to judge businesses or get some bit of confidence if they get to see where the business is located. So try and add this location. But if you don't have a physical store, you can always add your residence address. So don't feel left out just because you don't, I mean, just if your store is purely online, you can input your residence address. All right. And you also need to input your contact details. Is it your phone number that's connected to your WhatsApp? Is it email? Do you want people to connect with you on email, or do you want them to go to your website? Dependent on how you want your clients to reach you, make sure you include the contact details. And then you finishing and managing your listing. Managing your listing means you're able to, make changes or updates when need be. All right. You're able to make posts on your Google My Business profile. You're able to upload videos, make posts, make any changes. If you have new products coming up, you're able to post all of that. If you have an event coming up, if you have a promo running, you're able to manage all of this. Okay. So choosing a way to verify your listing. Remember, when you're creating the Google My Business profile, you will not be able to manage your profile if your business is not verified. All right. You cannot manage your profile if your business is not verified. So it's very important that you input the correct information to make it easier for Google to verify your business. All right. Just before we get to verification, I'm sure Sandra or Jane will have posted the link to the Google My Business, how you can create your own profile. So the link will be posted in the chat section to get started with Google My Business. The link will be posted in the chat section. Then on verification, also there's a form if you want to get verified. There is another form that will be posted again in the chat section to help with verification. Remember, you cannot manage your profile if Google has not verified your business. So choosing a way to verify, you can choose to get the verification link by either phone or email or Google Search Console. All right. So there are three ways that you can choose to get the verification link. Could be on phone or email or Google Search Console. All right. And make sure you register yourself as the business owner to be able to manage that profile. Okay. So you can verify now or later. But just know, just to reiterate again, you're not able to manage your profile if you if Google has not verified your account. All right. So when you create the account, there is a form that will be dropped in the chat section. There, make sure you fill that form to help with your verification. All right. That is basically what I have covered. But also Google works with other partners. There are other partners that work with Google that help with the Google My Business verification. In Kenya, we have Africa 118. So you can reach out to Africa 118 if you're in Kenya. If you haven't filled the form or if you lose the link that will be shared for verification and you're in Kenya, you can reach out to Africa 118. So they're Google partners that help with GMB verification. You can also visit opera.com. There are also partners that help with verification. Okay. So looking at statistics, because it's very important to base your decision. I mean, you need to factualize decisions that you're going to make. So why are we telling you to why are we telling you to set your business up on Google My Business profile? So you have to look at previous case scenarios and make judgment from that. All right. So businesses with Google My Business profile are 2.7 times more likely to be considered trustworthy. Remember, Google verifies these businesses. So whatever information they give to Google, Google does their due diligence and they are able to see whether the business is authentic or not. All right. So once it gets verified, it gives some form of, I mean, your clients get to have some bit of confidence because they know, you know what, Google is a big organization. They verified this business. So highly likely they're not scammers. Right. So 2.7 times more likely. Businesses with GMBs are 2.7 times more likely to be considered trustworthy, all right? And 70% more likely to attract location visits. You're 70% more likely to attract location visits with a GMB profile, all right? And also 50% more likely to lead to a purchase. Remember, right now we have so many people shopping online, purchasing online. We have very many online shoppers, and online shopping has been on the increase per year on year. It has been on the increase. All right. So once people get to find your business trustworthy and they have some confidence in your business and your products and your service, then they are highly likely to convert with you or rather make a purchase with you. So managing your listing. I did talk about managing your listing when we were looking at the steps on setting up a Google My Business in the 3 or so slides that I went through. All right. So managing your business profile. What do you mean by managing your business profile? The first thing you need to make sure that you're logged in with your Google business profile. Make sure that you log in online with your Google business profile. Then when you search for your business, and your profile pops up, you're able to make changes from there on the go. All right. You're able to make changes from there on the go. If you want to use a phone, you can go to Play Store. You can go and download the Google My Business profile from Play Store. If you have an iPhone, you can download it from Apple Store. And then once you have it on your phone, you can make changes on the go. The kind of changes will include updating business information. You could be wanting to upload posts, if you have a promo ongoing, if you have discounts ongoing, if you have an event coming up. These are all ways that you can manage your listing, all right? And then adding photos, views, and respond to reviews. It's very important to also have your clients leave their reviews on your profile when they visit it or when they've interacted with your business. All right. If they've bought a product with you, they've interacted with you via service, have they enjoyed your service? Try and encourage your clients to leave reviews. All right. It helps with improving your rating, it helps with improving your GMB rating, and it also helps with other prospective clients, when they come to your site and they can see like positive reviews, then they do know that you're dealing in legit either products, or I mean, they can have some bit of confidence interacting with you. All right. So adding good photos. When you're adding photos, it's very important as a business to have a logo. It's very important as a business to have a logo. All right. I know sometimes, or most of us probably don't have logos because they think I need to get a designer to, I mean, create a logo for me. But you don't have to do that. You can always access canva.com. So you can access Canva. It's a platform that makes you create posts. You can create your logo from there as well. So try and use Canva. If you don't have a logo, try and go to Canva, try and come up with try and create your own logo. So if you have a logo, input that, and then make sure you have a cover photo that really portrays or communicates what your business is about at the glance of an image. So you can see, for example, the image on the screen. It's Junzi Kitchen. At the background, the cover photo, you can see this food. So I can guess this business even without reading the description. I can try and guess, or I can at least get an understanding of what this business is dealing with from the photo that's portrayed on the screen. All right. So make sure your cover photo communicates or best represents what your business is about. Having additional photos. So if you're making posts, make sure your posts are very visual. You could either be using photos or videos. If you're getting photos, you can try and get photos from Shutterstock, all right? Or you can go to Canva as well and create social posts. You can go to the Google Marketing Kit. We'll go over that. That helps you create social posts, that helps you create posters. When you're adding photos, remember the standard resolution for photos on the Google My Business profile is 400 pixels wide by 300 pixels tall. All right, 400 pixels wide and 300 pixels tall. So that is the standard resolution for photos to be uploaded on the business profile. Okay, so when you're also um, inputting information about your business, it's very important to communicate your opening hours, your closing hours. What time is your business open? Are you open over the weekend? All right. Are you open during public holidays? It's very important to communicate your opening or closing hours. It helps with clients who want to make in-person visits know the time that they can best visit your business. All right. You can also include temporary hours. If you have temporary hours, maybe it's a holiday and other holidays, maybe you're closed, but on this time you've decided, you know what, I'm going to open my business during Christmas Day. So I can input that as my temporary hours. If I'm a business that deals with appointment, I can also include that in my profile. Okay. Updating your business information and updating your business information. If you have a website, you can include your website. Remember, when you're also creating the GMB profile, you get an option of getting a free website. You get an option of getting a free website. All right. So if you don't have a website already, GMB offers you a chance to get a free website when you're creating it. All right. So input all this information. If you have appointment links, all right, if you have online, maybe online services that you're offering, so there are different business attributes that you can include. All right, so if you're having takeaways, if you're dealing with deliveries, you can go to business attributes and then include all of that, so that when I come to your profile and maybe looking at the previous this let's go to this Junzi Kitchen. All right, if they have a takeaway service, if they have the delivery service, they can go to attributes and include all of that, so that by the time I'm looking at their profile, I can understand I don't have to make an in-person visit. I don't have to make an in-store visit. I can just call to maybe make an order. All right, and if it's a business that maybe you're a counseling company or a counseling, maybe you're a counselor and you operate by appointment. So when you include your business name on the GMB profile, you can include that people get services only by appointments. Okay, so it's very important to communicate all of that. How do you stay competitive with the Google My Business profile? How does it help you to stay competitive? The first thing, it helps you to make informed marketing decisions. You get to make informed marketing decisions because you get to look at, you have a profile, you have insights, you get access to insights. How is it performing? What kind of content are people interacting with more? So what do I get to share more? You understand? So you get to make informed marketing decisions. You can learn from the successes and mistakes of others. This is when you're doing competitor analysis. You can look at your competitor's profile, see what's working out for them. Can you emulate the same for your business? Find out what's not working out for them and leverage on that to stay ahead of them in the game. All right. So when you're also looking at your competitor analysis, when you're looking at the performance of how your profile is coming, you can also be able to create your user, your unique selling point. So you're able to create a value proposition, a unique value proposition that you can communicate to your clients to make them choose you over your competitors, right? Then you get to understand what services to offer to customers. If you understand your customers' behavior, if you understand their interests, their preferences, and all this you can get from insights, then you'll be able to understand what to offer to them. So identifying how you stand out from the crowd, we've talked about the unique selling point, and you also get to discover industry trends and customer preferences. So this is just an example of businesses that had business profiles and how they were able to, I mean, what did they get at the end of it? What were the results of having the business profiles? So there is the first one, there's Inveli Designs, right? There's Inveli Designs. They added their business information, product and store photos, all right? They highlighted new products, if at all. They created a free website. Remember, I mentioned you get a free website when you're creating the GMB. So what were the results of their profile? What did they benefit from having the GMB profile? The first thing, they had 1.5K product views in the first 10 days of the website launch. The first 10 days that they launched their website, they got 1.5 thousand product views. They were able to hire 2 people, and 30% of their clients found Inveli Designs listing while searching for a category, product, or service. All right. So you can see they had more views. They were even able to hire people. All right. And most of their clients found them, were able to find them at the push of a button online. All right. By either searching for a product or a service or category that Inveli Designs was in. The second example you're going to look at is Juma Tours. All right. So they input their business information as well, their photos from trips they had, from safaris they had, from campings that they had, if at all. And then they made regular posts because it's important to be consistent. All right. If they had views, they responded to them. All right. So what did they get at the end of this all? The first thing, 89 listing visits in the first week of listing creation. All right. Just in 1 week. In 1 week, they were able to get 89 more people. All right. Visit their site. The next thing, they're even able to hire 3 people, and 56% of their clients found their business via generic searches. All right. And 53% of their clients found the business listing on search. So they were easily, their visibility increased online. All right. So this more or less tries to cover the benefits that we've talked about of having a GMB profile. At this juncture, I'm going to take questions. If we have any questions, I'm sure Sandra and Amara and Nora are doing a good job in the chat section. I can see they're interacting with all of you really well. Elizabeth, thank you so much for joining us. Ankara, Penny, Akanja, Anne, thank you all so much. Mercy Thompson, Resta Cosmetics. Olamide says, I think it tells customers all about your business page. I think you're responding to when I asked what is a Google Business Profile, all right? So how to access the free website. When you're creating the Google My Business profile, there's a tab for website, all right? There's a tab for website. So you just go to that, click on that, and you should be able to get the free website, all right? But Amara has also dropped a link in the chat section for a chance to win a free website. Please click on the link that Amara posted and access that, all right? So do we have any questions? Any questions? Thank you so much, Nora, for the good job you're doing in the chat section. I appreciate. Temilada says, I came late, but so glad to be here. And thank you so much for joining. I'm really, really happy to have you all here. I'm sure my colleagues, Nora, Sandra, are all also happy to have you here, right? So if there are no questions, you can also drop no questions so that I can know you're on the same page, right? Petula says, thank you for this insight. I only understand now that GMB and GDP are the same thing, right? Thank you. Akanji asks, how can one handle 2 or more businesses together using Google My Business? Then I have the issue of activating. It was told the code will be sent and have not gotten. So Akanji, there's a link that Nora will post in the chat section. Make sure to fill that link. It will help with verifying your business. All right. So how can you handle 2 or more businesses? If the businesses have different business names, if they have different business names dealing with different things, you can add them separately. But if it is one business dealing with several products and service, you can include the rest as products or services. But if it's 2 different businesses with 2 different business names, you can list them separately. Melissa, all right, I hope I've answered your question. Melissa asks, can one be able to create Google profile without website? Correct. You don't need a website to create the Google My Business profile. What you actually get, what you actually gain to benefit is a free website when you're creating the Google My Business profile. All right? Mamus, you said you can launch a new website if you don't have one. Where do you click to touch the website? So when you're creating, there's a drop down, there's a listing. You can just see it's very clear, written website. So click on that, should be on the left side of the screen when you're creating. Click on that and go to create your website. All right. How long does verification take? So I can't give an answer to that, but it's not supposed to take too long. As Impact Her, we are partners with Google in terms of helping with verification. So there is a link that will be dropped in the chat section for a form, for verification form. Please make sure you click on that, and then we can help you with the GMB verification. All right. If not, you can also visit opera.com. You can visit opera.com. You can visit African One H to help. So there's the form. I've posted it in the chat section. Nora will also post it. Make sure you fill that form. Temilada, I have created Google My Business account, but haven't got any order. I don't even know if my account is visible for prosperous customer. It's okay. So if you created the account, have you been making posts on it? Have you been active on the profile? Have you been sharing content on the profile? What is the kind of information that you have input on the profile? So that is what we've actually covered in the first section, getting to understand how to make posts, how to manage your listing on Google profile. All right. So we'll move over to the next session, which is planning your digital marketing strategy. Remember, this is the second agenda that you're going to cover. So I will pose a question to you. What type of marketing have you used previously? What kind of marketing strategies have you been using or have you used previously? What type of marketing have you used previously? What kind of marketing have you used previously? Mamuz asked, I saw it today. I mean, Noyan, I've posted the link again, so just click on it, all right? I saw it today. Do create the name of your website for self, or can one change the name of the website from what it was before? All right. So if you already had a domain name, you can maybe just go to Wix. There are free sites that you can use to create, finish creating the website. So you can go to wix.com, which is a free site for creating websites, and create your website from there, then include that information on your business profile. All right. That's okay. And then Adenike, outside the Impactor free website, can I Google directly to create websites? So that's even what I've just mentioned. So you can go to wix.com. It is a free, it's the site that makes you create websites for free, wix.com. All right. So the answers to my question, Moji says Facebook marketing, Rutendo, Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp, status marketing. Chika, thank you for the wonderful information so far. My question is, my business is online and I will not like to give out my residential address to the public. How do I handle that? All right. If you have an office address as well, you can try and use that. All right. If you have an office address as well, you can try and use that. Benjamin, Facebook sponsored ads, Petula, Facebook marketing. Aminat have created an account and a website, but not yet verified. So the link, press it again, and Nora will post it again. Fill that form to help with your verification. All right. So these are really, really impressive answers. Thank you so much for these responses. At least I can see that we've tried to use some tools or some platforms in marketing our businesses. Remember, previously we had people, or even currently, there's still people who are trying to use or are still using the traditional forms of marketing. And these are newspapers and magazines, billboards, and TV. All right. At the moment, we have billboards transitioning to the digital side because there are digital billboards at the moment, all right? But the normal forms of traditional marketing that we are aware of include newspapers, billboards, and TV, all right? And then digital marketing, when you talk about digital marketing, there is search ads, that is search engine marketing when you're running ads on your website, all right? So there is search ads, and then we have video ads. These are the ads that show up on YouTube, all right? Video ads are the ads that show up on YouTube. And then we have display ads. So these are ads that when you're creating, they get to appear on other different sites, not necessarily your website, could be partner websites, could be blogs. So display ads appear across the Google platform. All right. So when we're looking at differentiating what digital and traditional marketing is, digital marketing is very low cost as compared to traditional marketing. I can tell you for sure, here in Kenya, when you want to make an or want to set up an ad in the newspaper, if it's a full page colored ad, you get to pay like 500 over 500,000 Kenya shillings. That is, you haven't even included VAT yet. All right. So traditional marketing is very costly. Digital marketing is low cost because it's dependent on your budget. If I have $100 and that is the amount that I want to uh, focus for my digital, for my marketing strategies, I can curate them around my budget. All right. The other thing, digital marketing is very interactive and engaging. It's just like when you're running ads on social media, you get feedback, you can respond to the feedback. So there's the back and forth, there's communication between you and your client. But traditional marketing is very one way. Once I have the ad running on TV during prime time, or once I have the ad on the newspaper, I can't get feedback. All right. I don't get immediate feedback from my audience. All right. And the digital marketing has high return on investment, the traditional marketing, very short term results. All right. Digital marketing is easy to measure, especially if you're trying to incorporate or you're trying to really leverage on the insights tools on each platform. You're able to know the performance of your ad. You're able to know this is how much I paid for awareness. So how many people clicked on my ad? This is how much I paid for conversion ads. So this is how many people converted with me. All right. So you're able to measure the performance of your ad. You're able to measure your budget. You're able to measure your expenditure. But traditional marketing is hard to measure. Digital marketing is spread fast and wide. If I run an ad online, I can set up my geographical location to be even in Tanzania, South Africa, Nigeria, all right? But traditional marketing is very limited, all right? It doesn't spread as fast and wide. But with digital marketing, it's also a bit of time consuming, all right? So you don't get short term, you don't get instant results with it, all right? So there are different types of digital marketing. When you talk about digital marketing, there's search engine marketing. This is when you're running ads on your website. So this is search engine marketing. If you're aware of Google Ads, all right, then there's social media marketing. There's display marketing. I've talked about this. This is the form of marketing that you get your visuals to appear on different sites, all right? Could be other websites, could be blogs, all right? So you get to appear on different sites. And then there's content marketing. This could be infographics, this could be guides, this could be blogs. So you're sharing content with your target audience, all right? And then there's email stroke SMS marketing. These are the different types of digital marketing, all right? So if you're looking at reaching the right people at the right time with Google Ads, all right? Reach the right people at the right time with Google Ads. So with Google Ads, you get the chance to only pay for results like clicks on your website or calls to your business. So what do you as a business what do you mean when you when as a business I'm setting up conversion ads? What do I mean by conversion? All right, what is conversion to me as a business? All right, is it calls, the number of calls that I get? Is it people purchasing on my website? Is it website sales? Is it more clicks on my website? What do I mean by conversion? What do I term as conversion as a business? All right, so we get to see that 87.3% of searches are conducted on Google. Everyone here, if you want to look for anything, if you want to look for a business or a product or service, we all go to Google. We all go to Google to make our searches. All right. And then 63% of people have clicked on a Google ad. If I'm running Google ads on my site, this is the search engine marketing, then I have paid to appear on the top searches, on the top ranks in the Google search engine. All right. I have paid to appear at the top of the Google search results page. All right. So if I appear at the top, most people click either the first two, three, four, five, the first top searches. Most people click on those. So if I'm running a Google ad on my website, then I have more people highly likely visit my site. All right. So starting up with Google Ads. The link to Google Ads will also be shared in the chat section. The link to Google Ads will be shared in the chat section by Nora. So how do you get started with Google Ads? You log into the Google Ad account, all right? Just log into the Google Ad account, all right? Then there's an option for campaigns. Make sure you click new campaign because you're trying to set up a new campaign. Remember, you can only run Google Ads if you have a website. You can only run Google Ads if you have a website. All right. So you click campaigns, select new campaign. When you're creating Google ad campaign, when you're creating a Google search ad, when you're creating a search ad, the first thing you need to do is to communicate your goal. What is your goal? Do you want awareness? Do you want engagement? Do you want conversion? What is your goal? All right. Then you need to decide where to advertise. All right. Then create your message. What do you want people to see when your ad appears? How do you want your ad to appear? What are the kind of words that you want to show when your ad pops up? All right. And then you need to set your budget cap. Remember, we talked about digital marketing being low cost. So you can set up your budget cap depending on how much you want. With Google Ads, you can run it with you can set up even daily rates of $5, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you will spend that $5. All right. It does not necessarily mean that you will spend that $5 because with Google Ads, it operates with bidding of keywords. All right. And then at the end of the day, you go live. So when you're communicating your goal, do you want, for example, do you want to get more calls? All right. Do you want to increase visits to your store? Do you want to drive people to your website? So when you're creating your ad, let me also mention it's very important to have extensions on your ad. It's very important to have extensions on your ad. Extensions could be links to a specific page on your website that you want people to go to. All right. If you're maybe an e-commerce and you want people to go to your new products page, so you can have that as an extension on your on your ad. All right. You can also have an extension for maybe if you want people to call your number, you want people to contact you, you can have that as part of the extensions. All right. So you also get to decide where to advertise. Do I want my ad to show up in Kenya alone? Do I want my ad to show up in Nigeria? Do I want my ad to show up in South Africa? But when you're running your ad, when you're setting up the location, make sure that you have done a lot of research on where your audience is located. All right. You just don't want to run ads in South Africa and you're not even sure if you'll get audiences there. And even if you get audience there, will you be able to deliver? All right. Do you have delivery services? Do you have courier services? So it's very important to ensure that you do a lot of research on where your clients are located, on what your clients want before you start setting up this ad. There's also an interface on the Google Ads. It's the Google Keyword Planner. So it helps you with coming up with keywords that will help you in curating your ad. So keywords really help. With keywords, you get to learn the type of keywords your audience is really using. So using these keywords will help in winning the bid, especially when, I did mention that SEM, there's a lot of bidding on keywords. So it helps you with winning the bid, and it also helps with the possibility of, your website winning, your ad winning the bid. All right. So create your message. This is what I talked about. What do you want your ad to look like? If it's the headline, what is the headline of your ad? The sub headline, what is the sub headline of your ad? This should be information that communicates whatever it is you want to communicate at the show, at one glance of your ad. All right. And then we talked about setting your budget and going live. All right. So I will take other questions at this point. Do we have any other questions? Do we have any questions so far? Mamu says, my challenge is the keywords and how to take each step to get it done rightly, using the right captions and keywords. So I have mentioned there is the Google Keyword Planner. There's the Google Keyword Planner. So it helps you with learning the right keywords to use. So coming up with the Keyword Planner, you can get sample websites or probably other websites that deal with what you're dealing. You can put the link of that website there. And then if it's a website of your competitor, you can even use the website of your competitor, by the way. If it's performing really, really well. So try and put that there. Let the system, the keyword planner, generate keywords. So you're able to know keywords that you can use for your ad. We also have the Google Trends. All right. It shows trends that are rising, that are declining. You can also get to learn about keywords that are trending that you can use. All right. So you can also visit trends.com, googletrends.com. It helps you to learn more about keywords. All right. Okay. So I don't think I can see any question. Mamus, I hope I have answered your question correctly. Try and use the Google Keyword Planner and try and use Google Trends to learn about keywords. All right. So for the last for the last agenda that we're going to cover this session, I will come back to take up more questions. If you have any question, please feel free to drop them as we move along. Nora will be taking care of the questions and I will come back to pick one or two. So leveraging on social media channels and email marketing. Previously, I'd asked about the marketing tools that we use as businesses or marketing tools that we have used previously. And some of us talked about Facebook, Instagram. We had someone doing their marketing on Google Plus. We had LinkedIn. All right. we had WhatsApp. So all these are more or less answers to this question as well. Okay. So how can social media help grow your business? What do you stand by benefiting from having your business on social media? In the previous section, we've really focused on search engine marketing, get setting up ads on your website. How do you set up ads on your website? But now we are going to touch on social media. What do you benefit from setting your business up on social media? The first thing, you can generate more sales, right? You can make a lot of sales from your social media pages. All right. And then you can also add value to your brand. You can add value to your brand, right? So you can improve your brand reputation. You can improve your brand awareness. All right. So once you do all this positively, you get to add value to your brand. The next thing, you get to improve your marketing. You're looking at insights. If you have the Facebook business manager to handle your Facebook and your WhatsApp, you get insights from there in terms of the kind of content people are consuming more, what time are your target audiences getting online, the kind of devices they're using, what are their preferences, what interests are they showing. And with all this information, you're able to tweak your marketing strategy best suit your business. All right. So what is the difference between organic social media versus paid social media? Organic social media is the normal posting that we normally do on social media. It's what we normally do every day. It's social media management. I hop online, I make my posts online, I go online, I do my content development, I schedule my posts. So it's very free. Organic social media is very free, but you're limited to only your followers and their friends. You're limited. Your posts will only be shown to your followers of your page and your friends. All right. But what about paid social media? You pay for views or actions. All right. And then it's not limited to people who follow your page, but you can get to reach people outside your followers. So people who have previously shown interest in your product or service, and all this information is in their digital footprints. All right. So if right now I made a search for cereals, I'm searching for cereals online, I'm looking for a cereals shop, all right, and I don't know Amboi's shop. I don't even know the name of her shop. I don't know where they are located, but she's running social ads on her page, all right. From my digital footprints, I have shown that I have an interest in that. So there's a possibility of her ad showing up on my feed. All right. So how do you get started with social media marketing? The first thing you need to do, even with search engine marketing, with Google My Business, and also with social media, you need to understand your target audience. All other decisions revolve around that. All right. All other decisions revolve around that. So you need to identify your target audience. You need to know their demographics, their age, their gender, their location, their profession, their interests, their behaviors, their pain points, their challenges. You need to identify all of that. It will help you in learning how to position your business. The other thing, you need to choose your social media channels. When choosing your social media channels, this also takes you back to your target audience. All right. You need to know, these are the people that I'm targeting. Which platforms do they use mostly? What times do they hop onto those platforms? It will help you in determining which social media channels to use. All right. You don't want to focus your energy on channels that will not convert with you, that will not give you any value. All right. And you also need to be very consistent with your posting, whether you have the Google My Business profile, whether it's your website. You also need to keep updating content on your website. And then now social media, make sure you're consistent with your posts. You don't want to be a dormant page. So if it's photos, if it's videos, make sure that you're very visual, because people don't read a lot of text. So make sure you're very visual. Use photos, use videos. If you have a blog, good for you. If you have infographics, so infographics is more or less like a creative that gives data in forms of graphs. It can have graphs, images, some bit of text. So it gives all this data, numerical data, in a single visual. All right. And then you can also do live broadcasts if that works for you. All right. And then remember the third session we were talking about social media and email marketing. All right. So how do you get started with email marketing? How do you get started with email marketing? There are free tools that you can use for email marketing. You can try and use Mailchimp. It is a free email marketing tool. So if you want to get started with email marketing, try and use Mailchimp. There are also other platforms that you can use. This SendGrid, but those ones you have to pay for them. So if you have the resources, well and good, right? How do you get started? I've talked about the free platforms. I've talked about more advanced email platforms. Choose an email platform depending on your preference and your resources. All right. And then build a list of relevant contacts. You don't want to be emailing people who don't have interest in whatever it is you're offering. All right. So build a list of relevant contacts. If you have a website, you can integrate it with the email marketing tool. So it can help you with generating emails. All right. So also, when you're building a list of contacts, make sure you segment them and group them according to their interests. All right. Make sure you segment them and group them according to interest that they've shown. All right. So assuming that I am an email marketing, let me mention it works really well with if you're trying to get return customers. So if you had people who interacted with you before and you want to reach out to them again for other new products or services, or you have an upgrade in your business you want to communicate, or if you have a promo running or discounts, you can use email marketing. So because they have shown you, they have interacted with your business before, they know what you're dealing with. You can understand their interests. You know what they bought before, you know what they showed interest before. So if I reach out to them again for this, I understand that they might, it's related to their interests, right? Then you need to create relevant and useful content. Make sure you personalize your emails. Make sure you test your emails when you're setting out to either different devices, send it out to 1 or 3 devices. If it's tablets, phones, see how it's looking from the recipient side. Recipient side, then send out your email. All right. So these are the tips that I've gone over. Make sure you segment and group your list. All right. Test it, that is sending out to 2 or 3 devices to test, and make sure the most important thing, either with the Google My Business, with search engine marketing, and now with social media, and now with email marketing, measure, 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 measure. All right. Always know, how are your efforts performing? What is your progress so far? So with email marketing, measure your open and click rate. It will help you to optimize campaigns. All right. That is the last section of this business. Do we have any questions? Let me see if I've missed any questions. The attendance link has been dropped. Make sure you click on the attendance link. Make sure you fill it up. All right. Include your correct name for the certificates. Okay. Make sure you include your correct names for the certificate. All right. Petula, when you're using organic social media, that is Facebook, you post and your post is public. Is it still limited to your friends and followers? Is this a Facebook page? All right. Are you using a Facebook page or a personal profile? Are you talking about a Facebook page, like a business page, or a personal profile? All right. Because with the page, you only get to reach your followers. Understand? With your page, you only get to reach your followers. Okay. So do we have any questions? As you are waiting for questions, remember to fill in the attendance form. You can also go to our social media pages, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, Digital Skills for Africa. Follow us on our social media pages. You can also visit Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn, Impact Her, and follow us on our pages. If you want to get more updates on upcoming sessions, make sure you subscribe on the YouTube channel. Click on the subscribe button, click on the bell button for notifications. You will be able to get notifications on upcoming sessions. All right. So if you also enjoyed this session, you can drop your comment, give me your reviews, as you would want reviews on your social pages. If it was a good session, you can tell us that you've enjoyed the session. If it was not, you can tell us what can we do better. But as at right now, this is the end of our session. I will also remind you to sign up for the Google Hustle Academy to learn more about ways in which you can grow your business. So Google Hustle Academy, the link was posted when it started. Nora will also post it again. Make sure you click on that. If you want to self-learn, all right, if you just want to learn on your own, you can go to learndigital.withgoogle.com and learn at the comfort of your home. You can also get certified, all right? So if you don't want the hassle of attending classes, you just want to self-learn, you can go to learndigital.withgoogle.com. All right? So I will take one question before I leave. It is the end of our session. We are 6 minutes past. And thank you all so much for joining us. It was an interesting session. This is the third session. I'll see you in the next coming sessions. Petula, but for the bootcamp, it's a little challenging, especially for businesses that have not gotten an effective financial follow-up, right? I don't know what you mean by an effective financial follow-up, but maybe just try and register. I don't think it's limited, all right? You have nothing to lose at the end of the day. So just try and register for it. Click on the bootcamp link and try and register. I can guarantee you for a fact there's so much to learn from the bootcamp that I don't think there's any other avenue that would share as much insightful information for free as the bootcamp. Okay? So thank you so much. Goodbye. Enjoy your evening. Enjoy yourselves. Do have a lovely night. We'll have the next session tomorrow. We'll have the next session. Let me check tomorrow at 4 p.m. Make sure you join on time tomorrow. Now, they will go into detail about getting set up. Setting up your Google My Business. So tomorrow it's a deep dive on setting up your Google My Business. Make sure you don't miss tomorrow's session, 4 p.m. Nigerian time. I saw we had people in Kenya, 6 p.m. Kenyan time. Thank you so much, Wamboi. Thank you all so much for joining us. Bye. Do have a lovely night. Enjoy yourselves.